Hello, my courageous, captivating Capricorns. Welcome, welcome. I am Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your Twin Flame Union Guided Healing Tarot for January. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. So, Capricorn, let's get into it. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had bring love into the situation in reverse, the new moon in Aquarius. So, it looks like you're just trying not to entangle love into the situation. It feels like you're trying to put love on the back burner. The new moon in Aquarius is coming up in Aquarius season, right? Which is going to happen right after your season. By the way, happy birthday to all my Capricorns. You know I love you guys. I have a Capricorn Venus, so you literally have a place in my heart always. So yeah, it looks like you're really trying to avoid love in the situation, and behind it we had nothing is yet set in stone. So this was telling me that Spirit really wants you to keep an open mind, that things really aren't set in stone, and it feels like you know this, that like the future has not been transcribed yet. Okay, we had the Ace of Pentacles coming out in reverse, so this feels like some sort of new beginning that didn't happen, some sort of physical new beginning that hasn't happened. And it could have to do with money or housing or any sort of physical relationship, but it really feels like, you know, having a new physical love. You're just like, all right, And then we had the Eight of Wands coming out behind it, which was like how things are moving forward. It's like there was some sort of failed new beginning here in the physical world, and you have decided like, all right, full steam ahead and start charging somewhere else. Like it really feels like you're not letting love hold you back, which is definitely a good thing. But you're avoiding this new beginning. We had Justice come out behind it, which really felt like you are trying to go towards justice without having some sort of physical new beginning in love. It's like, all right, I'm just going to find my balance. I'm going to find my peace. It also like, it felt like you were understanding, like you were looking at things from a very unbiased way. Like the angels are saying like, beware of your own bias, but it feels like you are aware of it and you have judged yourself and even, you know, come to some realizations of like, okay, you know what? I haven't always done the right thing either. You know, like definitely accepting any sort of, you know, maybe not so great behavior that you've done yourself. It's like you're aware of that, and that's why you're able to move forward here, but you're still avoiding a new beginning in love. And then we had the moon come out in reverse. So, you know, the moon indicates the Piscean energy, right? Where things are hidden and, you know, things are unknown, into the unknown, right? And that's how it feels, is like there still is a lot of things unknown here, and that's why it's really important that you understand nothing is set in stone here. And it feels like you also do understand that. And then we had Swirlix using Lick Away. So this has to do with your crown chakra, your halo, so to speak. And also, you know, fairy type is one-on-one relationships. So any sort of soulmate or, you know, karmic relationships, one-on-one relationships where it's you do this, I do that, right? And it's lick away. And I heard like lick away the pain. So it's possible that you have been, you know, having relationships with people that are very much based on food. Like you could be eating your feelings here, but also, I take this very much as like, kind of like a cat or a dog, you know, like an animal that you'd have a relationship where like licking would be showing affection, you know, and it looks like, you know, that's kind of the level. It's like, no, I'm not bringing love into the situation. Like I'll get a pet is kind of like how it feels. So anyway, Capricorn, that is what came up for you in the cleansing ceremony. Happy 2021. Again, happy birthday. So this month, what we are going to do is we are going to look into what messages your angels have for you. What do your angels want you to know? And then we're going to take a look into what is hindering your access to the angelic realm directly, right? The angelic realm, I've just learned this recently. So the angels are in the 7th dimension. The archangels are in the 8th dimension. And they can, like, some angels can go into the 8th dimension as well. but they don't necessarily reside there. It's mostly just like mathematical equations. Like certain angels are like certain vibrations is the way that I've been experiencing them. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to see what is hindering your access to the angelic realm. And then in the extended, we will look into what you can do in order to access your angels. And then some advice on how to manifest the highest vibrational timeline. And then we will also look at some oracles as well. So let's see, what does Capricorn's angels want them to know? Have faith in your dreams. Beautiful. Waxing crescent moon. Yeah, so whatever this dream you have, this wish, you know, have faith in it. It looks like you are, you know, not bringing love into it, but it's important to remember nothing's set in stone. Like if you believe like, oh, I'll never love again, or I'll never have love, or I don't want to bring love into a situation, I'm fine with just pets or something like that, or, you know, or just food, or maybe a relationship where it's a soulmate relationship, not a twin flame relationship. Have faith. Have faith. All right, let's see. What do the angels want Capricorn to know? We have Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so this is some sort of cycle internally that you have not completed with yourself. And it has to do with either how you're communicating with others. Well, it has to do both. I'm hearing like how you communicate with others and how you communicate with yourself. And this is some sort of situation that you have been kind of putting off. And like the Nine of Swords, this is when you finish the mental conflict inside your mind and you kind of take score of the scars that have been made, right? Like how your heart has been tattooed, and how, yes, there is, you know, like I'm hearing Papa Roach scars. Okay. Can you turn that off, please? Okay. And, you know, how that has taken its toll, and, you know, being very real with yourself at the kind of mental conflict and mental toll it took, but then being able to let it go here, even in situations that can be unjust. Like in this card, there is the lamb that has been slain, and the mother is weeping over her dead child. And it's terrible, right? There's even a flock of crows around, which is known as a murder, right? A group of crows. Like even if it's a murder, right? Things that are unjust, the angel has to come in and say what's done is done on this timeline. Like the only way forward, you know, is by forgiving and living, right? Not getting stuck in that sorrow. And it looks like you haven't been able to move past that yet. And because we have the Seven of Cups, so you have a lot of dreams. Like that's the thing, that is what is like blocking you, but you have a lot of dreams and you need to have faith. And like, you know, Seven of Cups, there is, you know, there's an energy of, and I feel like this is you, of like, it's not practical to think that I can have all these things. Okay. But the angels can make anything happen. You can access any timeline you desire. You just have to do it. You know, you just have to manifest that timeline. And, you know, even if you have all these cups filled with different things that you want, you know, yeah, it might be hard for you to understand how you know, have a glass of milk with a martini, you know, but it's not your job to try to figure out how those strings come together. You just have to hold that vision, have faith in your dreams. And it looks like your inability to kind of, you know, take count of the past and then release it, finish the cycle within yourself, is stopping them from manifesting right now. But the angels want you to know, have faith, like dream the biggest dreams that you can here, especially, you know, with sevens in relationships. Let's see, what is the light energy? We have Lantern using Aqua Spark. So yeah, the thing is, it looks like your emotional energy is a little bit stuck in your solar plexus. So, you know, it's like a little bit of the ego here. And also, yeah, I mean, it's just like how the solar plexus is stuck when it comes to the emotionality, right? Aqua Spark, I'm very much taking as like the spark that's in your emotions. And as you can see, like, there's some sort of like coming out of the crown and like third eye area is a false light, right, is a false solar plexus. So it does look like there could be some sort of false self that you've been following, some sort of light that you've been, you know, chasing that hasn't necessarily been the best for you. But the thing is, whatever gets you moving that you know you want to go to with the Seven of Cups, like, you can dream that dream, and you can have, you know, you have to have that faith, and you have to keep chasing that. Like, let it be your guiding light that comes out of your crown of like, yep, that's who I am. It very much feels kind of like that vibrational manifestation where the angels are saying, like, take all these cups. You don't have to have the exact way that they all connect together necessarily, but take all of the feelings that you want to feel and make that who you are in the future, and just keep following that. Like, make that your mission, your solar plexus mission statement. It says, this Pokemon flashes a bright light that blinds its prey. This creates an opening for it to deliver an electrical attack. So yeah, it's very much kind of like this prey and predator type thing of, it looks like someone in the past has flashed some sort of false light and then was able to attack in some sort of way. And that is kind of what this injustice has done. But again, like, you know, part of the angelic thing, even when there is, you know, a terrible tragedy here, to be like, okay, now it's time to move on, right? You have the ability to get out of this vibration, and the angels will always remind you of that. And it looks like the judgment is kind of over with that Justice card. It looks like you really have seen things from an unbiased perspective, which includes taking your own responsibility. All right, let's see. What's the shadow here? We have Sliggoo using melt. Yeah, but this is your twin flame, so they just make you melt. I understand. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is part of your twin flame because it is dragon type. Melt is a water and fairy type attack. So this twin flame energy is able to melt the emotional bond that you have kind of between any other soulmates here. It says its 4 horns are at high performance radar system. It uses them to sense sounds and smells rather than an ears or a nose. So I definitely get that kind of pet sort of energy. But its 4 horns are a high performance radar system. That's basically how the twin flame system is, right? Like 2 prongs, anode, cathode, divine feminine, divine masculine, right? And you are connected to each other, and there is this ability to kind of melt away any sort of emotional bonds with others here. And again, like, it uses them as sounds and smells rather than ear or nose. So I do get that there are some sort of, you know, animal-based relationships that you might be having and feeling like, okay, that's, you know, the kind of relationship I need. Like, you give me affection and I feed you, and that's, you know, how it is. Yeah. All right, let's see here. What is hindering your access to the angels? Don't let your past hold you back. Exactly. There is some past situation that you just have not gotten over. And the fact that you are letting your past hold you back is what is hindering your access to the angelic realm. We have South Node here. So South Node, you know, check your own natal chart to see where your South Node is. It will be 180 degrees of your North Node. Sometimes like charts don't show that, but it just shows the North Node. So just know it's there, you know, check what house it's in, check what sign it's in, and see, you know, the behaviors that correlate with your South Node so that you can avoid them, right? And work on them to be going towards your North Node, towards your soul mission of this lifetime. So, yeah. All right, let's see. What is hindering the access to the angelic realm? My neck, my ear just popped on my right side and my neck started hurting. So there's like a lot of stuff happening on the masculine side. I feel like pain on the masculine side. I feel like the inability to hear Yeah, as the train like choo-chooed. Yeah, the inability to hear, the inability to listen is happening with masculine. It's going right to the twin flame. We have the Page of Swords. So pages indicate underdeveloped energy on the like the divine feminine and divine masculine, and this is very gender neutral energy here, or both, right? So the Page of Swords, this is telling me that communication, again, that swords energy is just underdeveloped here. And, you know, you may not you might not know how to communicate with the angels just because maybe you don't know. Like the masculine, you don't know how to physically do it. And on the feminine, you don't know how to spiritually do it necessarily. So there could be, you know, I mean, the Page of Swords, this is a child prodigy genius, right? You need to remember that you are very, you know, proficient and excel in many different things, but there are some things that, you know, maybe communication wise, like this is a child prodigy who could, you know, paint and write, but, you know, maybe connecting to angels is just not a skill that you know yet, right? And don't let your past of like, oh, that's whatever, hold you back from being able to connect to such powerful beings when it comes to manifesting all these cups that you desire. Okay, let's see. So it looks like just not knowing how to communicate with the angels is really your biggest issue here. What's the light energy? I'm hearing like that also it applies directly to your twin flame situation. We have Sinubudu, watch and learn. So yeah, there's fighting energy here, watch and learn. So it looks like, you know, like you might be the type where you watch someone do it and that is how you have learned to do it, right? And, you know, it might be, I mean, okay, so I'm feeling opposite actually for most of you. Like Page of Swords, this is child prodigy, right? Where, you know, just born knowing, born doing. And Capricorn, as, you know, father time of the zodiac, Capricorns are typically born old, and they're part of the karma that is, you know, brought to you is that, you know, you have to grow up really, really fast. You're like a parent as a child. And then, you know, part of it is learning how to embrace your inner youth as you age. And so, you know, like a lot of Capricorns are robbed of their youth. I'll just be real like that, okay? And there is something to be said of, you know, having a fighting energy of having to watch and learn from someone else instead of, oh no, I've been doing this since the beginning of time. I know how to do it. I can do everything for myself. Like, yes, Capricorn, we love that independent energy. You know, you're the GOAT. And we know that you can climb up a mountain at an 89-degree angle. We know that. You don't have to continuously be proving that, right? There are some things where you might want to watch and learn how to do this. It says, it disguises itself as a tree to avoid attack. It hates water, so it will disappear if it starts raining. So it definitely talks about, you know, disguising itself as a tree to avoid attack. So it looks like someone here disguised themselves like they were really stable, but they weren't, right? That they were grounded, but they weren't. And it hates water, so it will disappear if it starts raining. So, you know, hating water is hating, you know, the emotional world. And, you know, if it feels like there's emotions or a storm of brewing, well, then they just disappear, right? Like, oh no, I'm really grounded, but in reality, you're not grounded at all, and you flee, right? Abandonment stuff, like either being abandoned or being an abandoner, right? So, and it might just be about a specific conversation. But yeah, all right, let's see what's the shadow here. Dunsparce, call for family. So this could have to do with a family situation where, you know, in your family, maybe it's hard for you to watch and learn from your family, or maybe you had to do everything exactly like how your family said it had to be done. So now it's hard for you to, you know, work with the angels or, you know, believe in them or whatever. It's just a mathematical proof, basically. But anyway, okay, so it digs into the ground with its tail and makes a maze-like nest. It can fly just a little. So, you know, whenever it has to do with tails, I take it as the past. And creating a maze-like nest, I very much take that your past and your relationship with your family, right? How you were programmed to do things and why you had to grow up so fast and learn how to do everything on your own. And, you know, that has created, you know, an ability where, you know, you can fly just a little. Like, you know, you can soar, but right now you're, you know, not able to spread your wings totally because there's still some things in your past, like family, ancestral trauma, that really needs to be healed here. And it looks like until you can do that ancestral healing, it's hindering your access to the angels and just keeping you stuck in this past in your South Node. All right, I'm getting a message to pull an angel to bring us into the extended. Like I said, in the extended, we are going to take a look at what you can do in order to access your angels and how to manifest the highest vibrational timeline. And then we will also take a look at some oracles to help you on this journey. Let's see what angel wants to bring us into the extended. We have Remph, the angel of time, in reverse. So what this is telling me is that you need to understand that you do have enough time. You may be feeling like you don't have enough time, but you do. Although there is something that is time sensitive, and it feels like it has to do with South Node, right? Like, I mean, you only have one lifetime to go towards your North Node, right? And then reincarnation or whatever happens, right? But also, you know how I was talking about Father Time? Here he is, Remph. So yeah, he's going to take us into the extended, and let's see what's going on with time. And if we, the link's in the description box below if you'd like to follow me into the extended. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.